What is up, everybody? Welcome to DFS by the Numbers. This is my prize picks breakdown video for UFC Vegas 79. We got Rafael Fiziev going against Mateusz Gamrot.
I need all the wins, yeah. Harder than all of this. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out.
And we are back for another prize picks breakdown video. This week we are breaking down the UFC Vegas 79. It's an 11-fight card headlined by Rafael Fiziev and Mateusz Gamrot. Pretty solid card. It's going to be a card that is ending in a 17-week stretch, of nonstop UFC. And yeah, I think it's a pretty solid card overall. From a prize picks perspective, kind of a tricky card, not like a ton sticking out this week, but I did find 7 plays we're going to touch on today. Before we get started, if you guys can please do me a favor, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know down in the comments what plays you like as well. And if you are new to prize picks, if you want to check it out, use promo code DFSBTN for a 100% deposit bonus up to $100. It helps me, it helps you. Free money right there using that promo code DFSBTN. But I say we get into it, and we're going to start with the significant strikes, and not much is sticking out here on the significant strikes, but the one that did catch my eye is Marina Rodriguez, 70.5 here, and I'm going to take the more, and here's why. So this fight actually already happened. It's a rematch that, literally nobody asked for, and their first fight was, I think 2 years ago at this point. It was a 5-round fight, and in those first 3 rounds against Michelle Waterson-Gomez, Marina Rodriguez actually landed 86 in those first 3 rounds. This is a 3-round fight, so I don't think there's going to be as much as like a feeling out process. I think they're going to get after it a lot quicker than, say 5 rounds. So, but yeah, in those first 3 rounds of the fight, she landed 86 significant strikes. This is a matchup where Rodriguez should be able to keep this on the feet, keep it, standing and, at range. Marina Rodriguez is going to be the much better striker here. I think she hits this 70.5. Give me the more there for Rodriguez. And like I said, not much else is sticking out for the significant strikes. It's going to be a light week for me on prize picks. But fight time, I guess, is where the majority of things are sticking out for me this week. The first one that caught my eye is going to be Andre Fialho fight time, and it's set at 8.5 minutes. I'm going to take the less, and here's why. Both these guys are dangerous, and both these guys lack durability. I mean, Tim Means is 39 years old, almost 40 years old at this point. We've been seeing him getting hurt, rocked, club and sub, the last several fights of his career. Tim Means used to be very durable, but I don't think that durability is that was once there is still there. And as far as Andre Fialho, I mean, his durability is atrocious. I mean, this guy has 5 knockout losses. He's been knocked out in back-to-back losses. So I think these guys are going to get after it. Tim Means is going to come forward. He's always had that eat one to give one type of style, and I think that's going to lead to a finish here. Give me the less 8.5 minutes fight time. I don't think we see an extended fight here in this one. I think somebody's getting served. And then another one that sticks out is going to be, and these next two are going to be pretty greasy, but give me the Muhammad Usman fight time, 12.5 minutes. I'm going to take the more. It's going to be greasy. It's going to be sloppy, but Jake Collier, tends to pretty much always go to decision outside of, Tom Aspinall knocking him out and outside of the Barnett fight where he just completely gassed out. But, Jake Collier in the heavyweight division has been to decision a lot. I mean, Jake Collier has, 0 power in the heavyweight division. He went to decision against Jean Vellante. Went to decision against Carlos Felipe, went to decision against Andrei Arlovsky, went to decision even against Martin Buday. So, yeah, I don't think Jake Collier has much, if any, finishing upside in this matchup. I know he submitted Chase Sherman, but, come on. And then as far as Muhammad Usman, he just went 15 minutes with Junior Toffin in his last fight. Muhammad Usman's a guy that just throws literally 0 volume. He has some power, but if he's not throwing anything, how is he going to knock Jake Collier out? So I think a lot of this fight takes place against a cage. I think it's going to be sloppy. I think they're both going to get very tired, and I see this going more than 12.5 minutes. But like I said, it's going to be super greasy. And then another one that could get very greasy as well, Rafael Fiziev fight time, 22.5 minutes. I'm taking the more, both guys are just next level durable. I know Gamrot's been knocked down in his last 3 fights, but his recoverability is very good. He's getting knocked down, but he's popping right back up. And I have a feeling he probably does get knocked down in this matchup. It's just Gamrot, I think he has 24 fights at this point. The guy's never been knocked out. He's super, super durable. So if he does get dropped, I do expect him to recover. And I don't see much finishing upside on the Gamrot side. I think for Gamrot, he's going to be pushing this fight against the cage. He's going to be trying to go for a lot of takedowns here. And I think this fight does squeak over that 22.5 minutes of fight time. So those are what's sticking out for me on the fight time there. And we'll move on to the fantasy score. So for fantasy score, I have 2 that stick out. And the first one, we'll stick with Muhammad Usman here. So Muhammad Usman fantasy score, I'm going to take the less here. And that is a low fantasy score. First of all, I'm actually picking Jake Collier to win this fight. But even then, like I said, I think this fight's greasy. I think it goes to decision. On PrizePicks, you don't get points for control. And I see Muhammad Usman, trying to hold Jake Collier against the cage. I can see Jake Collier holding Muhammad Usman against the cage. And then on the feet, Muhammad Usman has the worst volume I've ever seen in my life. Muhammad Usman is landing less than a strike per minute. He's landing 0.92 strikes per minute, which is atrocious, with a 27% accuracy. So he's not throwing anything, and when he does throw something, odds are it's not going to land. I don't see Jake Collier going for takedowns here, so I don't think Usman's going to get takedown defense points. I don't think Usman's going to get many significant strike points as well. I think he can get a takedown or 2, but I don't really see much finishing upside on either side. I think this does go the full 15. So yeah, even if Usman does win this fight, which like I said, I'm picking him to lose. Even if he wins this fight, I'm not sure he even gets to the 75.5 here on the fantasy score, because he just doesn't do anything at all. So give me the less here on Muhammad Usman fantasy score. Going to go with my next fantasy score is going to be Marina Rodriguez, 80.5 fantasy score here. I'm going to take the more. And Marina Rodriguez is typically, not somebody who's going to score a ton here. She's not going to go for takedown. She's not going to finish the fight. But like I said, in her fight against Michelle Waterson Gomez in the first fight, she did land 86 significant strikes in those first 3 rounds. She also stuffed 3 takedowns in those first 3 rounds. And if you stuff a takedown on PrizePicks, you do get 3 points. And I have a feeling Michelle Waterson Gomez is going to go out there and wrestle. Why shouldn't she? She's going to go out there. She's going to go for takedowns. And I think those takedown defense points can certainly add up. Those significant strikes are certainly going to add up. And I think she's going to score nothing crazy, but I think she can hit this 80.5, take the more on Marina Rodriguez there. I think she's going to be a lot more aggressive in this fight, since it is a 3-round fight as well. I can see even more volume than the first fight. So yeah, I do like this more on the fantasy score for Marina Rodriguez, especially with those takedown defense points there. All right, and then last but not least, we'll go to the takedowns, and the only one that really sticks out is going to be the Jacob Malkoun, 3.5 takedowns, and I'm going to take them more here. Jacob Malkoun is a takedown monster. I mean, this is a guy that is landing 7.46 takedowns per 15 minutes. So if this fight was to go 15 minutes, or anywhere close to 15 minutes, I mean, he's going to get a lot of takedowns here. So I think, he's going to wrestle the entire time. That's his game plan. He's not going to want to strike with Cody Brundage, who's actually, pretty dangerous on the feet. I think he's going to go for takedowns. If Cody Brundage does get back up, it's going to be a rinse and repeat takedown. I mean, this guy can go out there and get, 5, 6, 7, 8 takedowns if he needs to in this matchup. So I like the Jacob Malkoun more on takedowns, and that was really the only one that was sticking out on the takedown defense side. So, yeah, like I said, not a ton sticking out this week on PrizePicks. I gave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plays. Typically like to give 9, 10, and then build my entries from there. But 7 nonetheless. I think there's some solid spots this week. So let me know what you guys like down in the comments. If you guys could, on your way out, leave a like. Subscribe to the channel as well. Be on the lookout for some more content. We are off next week, and then we'll be back in 2 weeks for UFC Vegas 80. So yeah, best of luck. Everybody use that promo code DFSBTN. Get yourself a 100% deposit bonus on PrizePicks. Free money there. Helps me, helps you. But yeah, guys, best of luck. Enjoy the card, and we'll talk to you guys very soon. See you later.